Greetings and salutations. I'm Nerdsvllie. This this video is dedicated towards the insanity of the group PETA, or People for Ethical Treatment of Animals. It is stupid, and their stance on something brilliant like here. Yep, they wanted to. There's a lot of members that actually do hate Pokemon. I was hearing stories of after looking into after surfing YouTube for a bit. I was hearing that PETA brings out video games, like online games, like parody online games where you get to have the Pokemon who are visibly scarred, beaten up, damn near bloody, and some parts missing from ears and fur ripped off and scales ripped off and feathers ripped off, to prove that Pokemon are cruel, abused by animal abused. Really, PETA? Really? Really? It's beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's beyond mine to think that a video game promotes animal cruelty. Though there are battles in the video game between Pokemon versus Pokemon, but most of all, it speaks about the love for it's the love of the actual Pokemon itself. From number 1 to 718 or 719, whatever. Me getting confused because of the difference. It's honestly it boggles the mind when there are a lot more important things to worry about, like certain groups slaughtering the animals without the stun without stunning them, ending their lives, while ending the mental processes which makes them go to a lengthy sleep, and everything gets dispatched. No. They go after Pokemon. They go after Pokemon because Pokemon is cockfighting, or bear baiting, or dog brawls, or ancient gladiatorial stuff. It's stupid. And I've also I've watched on YouTube that a mother got her daughter's 2DS that the mother did not give her, broke it in half, flushed the game down the toilet, and told her that she would never get anything related to Pokemon, nor will she see that boy who gave her that game. Honestly, that's parental abuse. To steal something that your child has had wonderful experiences with. And also, I think this stupid PETA woman wants to take her husband to court because he was playing Pokemon, and it's traumatized her. Also, in the same vein, literally, actually, in the directly insane, that she watched the origin story. I myself have watched the origin story online and on DVD format a number of times. It traces the story of the first generation Pokemon. I wished that they do one for generation 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And later on, maybe 5 years down the track, to number 7. Origin storylines. But she thinks that the first fight between Red and Green was a violent rape scene. Squirtle versus Charmander. That don't look like a rape scene, that looked like a fight. A fight that unfortunately Red and Charizard lost. And she goes on to say, "Oh, the sounds of the screaming dinosaur, it still haunts me to this day." Guess what? I have seen a lot worse than 2 animated animals go out fighting. I've seen worse. Actually, I heard worse than a cartoon dinosaur, aka the Charmander, screaming in pain. Cha-cha! I've heard worse than that. I've seen worse than what PeTA and this particular PeTA person said was traumatic in Pokemon. I've watched Pokemon, I've played Pokemon, and guess what? It is low level preschool stuff compared to what I've seen in my life. Firstly, let me take you back a number of years. I, a teenage young man, with my mother and my little sister, we would go to see my father at his work. He used to work for the court system. I've seen pedophile victims as children, vacant looks in their faces. But as soon as their attacker comes in, boom, straight up fear. Now that is something more. That I dream. Those are my nightmares. Some nights when I literally put my head on that, I see that going through my head. And drives me nuts to think that I can't do a thing to help these young people, these young children. Pedophilia is far more horrific than hearing an animated dinosaur getting injured. It is a bit sad, I must admit, but it's not traumatic enough. Let's see. There are there are other things that PeTA has done as well. They've made a number of parody video games or online games. One of them has beaten Oshawott, beaten Tapir, beaten Snivy, beaten Pikachu. The other one has beaten Miltank, uh, Jigglypuff, Grimace, and both of them had a very destruct, had a beaten bloody Pikachu. Then after I've seen videos of this thing, I won't show it to you because too it's just too demeaning of the thing. When you progress up, you beat real people in these games. You beat let's see, Pokemon. I think the first one had Pokemon Trainer, the Pokemon Gym Leader, Pokemon Champion, and Ash Ketchum himself. In the other one, it has it has the Hamburglar, a fast food lover, as in food, two scientists, and Ronald McDonald himself as the last person to beat up. As I said, I've seen videos of it, I haven't actually played it. Isn't that a bit more... Oh, excuse me. Isn't that a bit more disgusting to encourage violence upon people instead of letting children enjoy the wonderful camaraderie between humans and Pokemon? I myself I've dressed up as a gym leader in some time, but Supernovas ago. Lieutenant Surge. I love him. He reminds me of me. Big, strong, and when we talk with authority. But every gym leader has their special Pokemon that they've befriended. Brock has his Onix. Misty, she has a bit more. She has the cornucopia of water type Pokemon. Lieutenant Surge has his Raichu. One Bulbapedia, more or less. Okay. Blaine has his Magmar. Norman has his Slacking. Cyan, Chili, and Crest have their Pantrap. Let's see. Simsa, Pansage, and I forget the other one. Sorry. And Clement has his has his let's get into some things now. He has his Lisk, which is a field neck lizard, and Luxray as his particular Pokemon. You see, they befriended their Pokemon before they had them battle trainers to get badges. The Nerdsvlies, the Officer Jennies, all have their own Pokemon. One got to help heal, the other one to help with law enforcement. There are Pokemon Rangers that don't use Pokeballs to catch Pokemon. They use a temporary device where they can utilize Pokemon in the natural state, then they can release them and off to the market and off to the rest of the world they go. There are different things within Pokemon that are more to do with being friendly to kind to animals than being absolutely shit to animals. And this is what PeTA doesn't want. This is what the organization PeTA does not want you to understand. They say that Pokemon, it's evil. It's corrupt. There are different terrorist organizations using animals to cause havoc. They force and they whip them. That's funny. I doubt that they would have guessing PeTA American. This Pokemon stuff is Japanese. You know, there have been other TV shows and formats that have come before that have used animals as fighting things. 1980s, Dino Riders had the Valerians and the Gruul had an evil thing, and they had dinosaurs with weapons strapped to them fighting. There's nothing wrong with that. I doubt they even looked into a thing called Digimon. Digital monsters, or shall we say, digital animals. Which is far more barbaric than Pokemon. But yeah, they left that alone. Again, you see the stupidity of this group of people. Yeah. To be honest with you, as a Pokemon fan, I should be irate. I should be really ticked off, but I'm not. To be honest with you, I personally find it to be a laughable offense. they go, like, they're at it again. They're not getting any money. And to have Pokemon kill a CEO that's dressed like Ronald McDonald in their latest video game that I've seen on YouTube and Daily Mail and that. It's just so hilarious that I'm actually getting tired because of the laughter, of the amount of laughing I've been doing on the inside. Easter's been around for years. They should have said something about the Easter Bunny. Oh, demanding Easter eggs and chocolate from a bunny, that should be classified as theft. I'm just speaking about within the past few days. We just celebrated, with the Christian calendar just celebrating the 2016 Easter. What about Santa? Oh, Santa's a slave driver. He abuses animals. Those poor reindeer don't know what has hit them when he goes, yah, hey, yah. Again, those things came around long before Pokemon. And there's so many things. They're more focusing on fictional stuff, and they should be focusing on real life stuff. The sun bear dancing, the torture and slaughter of religious foods. That's another one. Whaling, and I must admit, I salute the guys of the Sea Shepherd for their take no prisoners attitude. See, that's that. The amount of animals that are getting extinct, you don't care about them. And you know what? This is. I'm laughing that hard on the inside. My ribs are cramping up as we speak, and I'm fighting the cramping to say that the PETA members who are diabetic have animals to thank for their treatment. If it wasn't for the animals, all of these PETA people are going to die. And you know what they'll say? That it's a right royal rib puncher and lung and air escaping from the lung extremist. And that is, they say that the animals who died in the acquisition of getting the medication right for diabetics, aka them, who are diabetics and members of PETA, the animal sacrifice will go on to more animals being saved. No way. Those animals should not be compared with Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ died for all of mankind's sins. PETA saying that an animal dying through animal testing, they're saying that's the same thing as Jesus Christ. Wrong on both accounts. And here's a fact for you. PETA, the organization, shall we say company, shall we say business, shall we say failed group, they kill more animals than they actually do save. See, that little itty bitty thing, rest of my fingernail, is the amount of animals saved compared to this. that small percentage. This is not even 10% of my body weight or 10% of my body mass. And they will still continue to attack, say the Pokemon is the devil. Well, there are a lot more things on Earth that PeTA should be aware of. Firstly, to that mother, the boy who gave that young lady the gift of the 2DS and the Pokemon game, he can say to his mum and dad, "Mummy, Daddy, guess what? What her name is? Her mother destroyed the gift that I gave her. Broke the thing in half, destroyed the game console, and flushed the game down the toilet. And I'm a bad guy in what's her face's mum's eyes, you know? You know what the parents are going to do? They'll take that mother to court. Because A, it would have been them who forked out the money to pay for that gift for their son to give to that girl. Or B, got a representative on the son's behalf because the son has been putting money away, $1 to maybe $5 bill, since this is an American thing, $5 bills into a piggy bank, with the piggy bank being open, him going down to his local game store, handing over the money and getting the game, going to the place where you can get the gifts wrapped, then going to the party going to McDonald's with the game. That can happen. Another lawsuit can be from McDonald's itself to the organization PeTA, and another separate lawsuit for the mother itself. They can sue PeTA for defamatory comments, saying that it was you who booked the party with us. We did not have a gun to your head to say, all children's parties must be held within the confines of McDonald's restaurants worldwide. Do you understand, Pilgrim? McDonald's did not do anything like that. But this mother says that McDonald's had a part in corrupting her daughter. That's one lawsuit. The other lawsuit could be for PeTA itself. More defamatory comments and yada yada yada. Which I can actually see McDonald's winning if such a case went ahead. Nintendo has a lot of weight behind it, and they can bury PeTA and this woman and people like that. You see, the Nintendo 2DS or the Nintendo 3DS in this case is their invention. Pokemon is their product. And the destruction of said items, since it was an American woman doing it, and since we're in this politically correct world, Nintendo can sue this woman for racism by destroying the console and the creators of Pokemon, Mr. Tajiri, Mr. Satori Tajiri, I mean, can easily go, you defame my creation. You defame me. I sue you. I take you to court. And you know what? More and more dirt will be placed upon them. Also, let's just get things a bit on the correct side here. The local family and children's services can get involved because that mother traumatized her daughter by destroying a gift that the mother did not give herself and throwing one part of it in the toilet and flushing it with the refuse of an animal. That is traumatic for the daughter. To say that that daughter will not see that boy again is traumatic, not only for that daughter but for the boy that gave her the game. There are so many things that this woman has done. Firstly, destroying something that was not rightfully hers. Secondly, defaming two multinational companies. 3, giving a traumatic episode for her child. And 4th, giving traumatic stress for the boy that gave her the gift. And that is just one member of PeTA. There are countless others. You know what? I love my Big Macs. I love my meat. I love my Pokemon. And guess what? PeTA calls me a bad guy. I appreciate the meat. And I appreciate the artwork in the game. And I know this might sound like an obsessed Pokemon fan. Far beyond it. Back in the year 2013, I lost my last dog. And you know what? A friend of mine, she is into Pokemon. She got me into Pokemon. And you know what? I haven't looked back. Because Pokemon has given me more pets for me to look after. That hole is filled a bit. There's just so much things that Pokemon has done well in my life that I am fighting for Pokemon and Nintendo. And lastly on this topic, to anyone who thinks that Pokemon is cruelty to animals, literally get your heads examined, because Pokemon is a wonderful thing. It's not something from the devil. It's not animal cruelty. It's peace. It's love, kindness, and compassion, all wrapped up into a little itty bitty electronic device, and aka the game console, and the game itself. That's all it is. It's also an adventure. I'm Ryan Barrows.